Hello and welcome to BTN Academy. I'm Payam, and today we're going to work through some basic post Black Friday, Monday sales analysis. What you're looking at here is your basic overview dashboard. This is the first screen you see when you log in to buy the numbers. And the first thing we want to do for this kind of analysis is we want to come over here and click the date range, go down to custom, and set the date range to what you think is the right time frame to do your analysis. So in this case, I'm going for the week before and a little bit of the week after so that we can get a good sense of how our sales are doing for Black Friday, Cyber Monday in this area. Once that's set, all of your regular KPIs are just zoomed into that date range, as you can see here, November 16th to 30th, and we get to see what our total sales were, and even compare that to last year. Cumulative sales, it's really interesting to see average order value, purchase frequency, and everything else you've come to expect. For this analysis, I'm going to have us zoom into one particular report, which is the first time versus returning customer sales report. And then we're going to use a particular segment to really zoom in further. So let's get started. In order to get into this report, you either come down here, click View Report, or you click on Reports here. This is our reports page, and then under customers, you can see first time versus returning customer sales. And if you click on that, what you'll see is this page. And again, since we already set our date range, it's going to be the same again, but it's up to you to go ahead and make sure it's what you want. And then right now, we see in the detail section, it's done by day. I prefer for analysis like this to be set up for a week, but that's up to you. Our other bells and whistles are all here. And for instance, if you only care about your web sales, you could set that. All right, let's just get started here. So what you see here is a quick visual summary of how many of your customers from the 16th to the 30th were first-time customers versus how many of them were returning. And so for this particular demo store, the bulk of customers were returning customers, while the about 175K were first time versus the 667. And then you can also see like the weeks of, so this is the week of the 14th, the 21st, and 28th. And we know that this is where Black Friday, Cyber Monday is. We can see the breakdown of the numbers, how many orders, average order value, purchase frequency, customer value. And let's draw a little bit of attention here that around Black Friday, you're doing about 105 AOV. That's pretty interesting. Now, what we can do here, and what I see my customers doing, is that they're leveraging our segments to get a little bit more data. And the way our segments work is that you can make any type of segment based on any attribute you can think of with our segment builder, or you can use one of our many preset segments, and these will slice customers based on these attributes. So if we click here, we can see that we have a whole host from what loyalty groups they fall into, whether or not they're active or inactive subscribers, they're in the top 25 percentile by sales or the bottom, and on and on. What I'm going to do is we're going to take a page out of one of my customers' books who emailed me and asked, how do I do this? And they said, I want to compare full price customers to non-full price customers. So a full price customer is a customer that's never used a coupon, whereas non-full price customers are someone who have used coupons at some point. And so those are preset segments. Everybody has them. And let's see how these two customer groups perform during this interesting period of time. So we'll select full price customers here, but I have it. Yeah, well, there you go. So here are full price customers. I have this set up in another window. I'm going to just switch to that because the two windows are side by side. And we see that you have about 300 of them, and a smaller fraction of them are, so the vast majority are first timers. Some of them are returning, and they have a $700 average order value. Now let's go look at non-full price customers. And we see a big difference. We see up to 6,000 returning customers. So historically, in this particular shop, the vast majority of Black Friday, Cyber Monday returning customers were coming because they were given a deal. Not to mention the vast majority, comparing across these two, of first-time customers also saw some kind of advertisement and used some sort of coupon. And that's really telling. And you can see that their average order value is well into the hundreds. And of course, you have all the regular bells and whistles like gross sales, discount, shipping, total minus total sales. Of course, every store is different. You'll want to zoom in on something else probably, and feel free to peruse these or go to our segments and just click the Create Segment Builder and find out exactly what it is that you want. But the idea is always going to be the same. Pick the right date range, zoom in onto that group, figure out what segment is best, compare and contrast. That's it. That's all I got for you. If you have any questions or there's a topic you want us to handle, please email us at support@bythenumbersapp.com. Thank you.